Hello, this is Jane Miller. Welcome back to Find Your Encore for Believers. And in the last section, you took some time to really consider some of the areas of your life where you'd like an improvement and to have faith and trust that you can ask for what you want. And then I also asked you what's stopping you. So is it your mindset? Is it a belief you have? Is it fear? And we're going to work on a lot of that as we go along here. But I do want to take a pause here and talk about money. Yay. A lot of times money will be the thing that stops us the most. Fear of not having enough, fear that it won't last. So I want to do some work on that. But let's start and remember that for our happiness, for our wonderment here on earth, happiness is more of I'll call it a portfolio of some things, right? So I would suggest a portfolio of loving God, faith, family, community, meaningful work, and serving others. Because happiness really isn't a goal, it's a state of being. So let's put money into the equation. And a lot of folks will quote, money is the root of all evil, but that's actually not what Paul said. Paul told Timothy, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. So we want to make sure that, of course, we use things, use money, but we love people and we worship God. You know, material things can help us along with our portfolio of happiness, right? It can help us to reach missions. We can use money to reach others to survive, because if you're not surviving and taking care of your needs, how can you help others? You know, this is true. We'll talk a little bit later about government. You know, government can protect our freedoms. But again, keeping it in perspective is key. So money, again, is a means to our portfolio of happiness and faith. And I want to read you something from St. Josemaria Escrivá. Earthly goods can be enabled when they are converted into instruments for good, for just, and for charitable Christian undertakings. But they can become debased when man sets them up as idols and begins to adore them. There's so many pieces of the scripture that speak about money because it is so important. And what we've done for you here at Find Your Encore, and you'll find this in the download below, and I want to share that with you right now, is the personal monthly budget. And I encourage you to take some time, a day or so, and work on this. Have handy maybe your checkbook, or maybe you do banking online, that you can get this filled out. So the idea here is to figure out where you're starting. What are you actually spending? What are you actually bringing in for income? And what are you actually spending? And then look back at the improvement you wanted to make and plug it in here and see what the difference might be. And here's what I mean. So I've started to fill out some items. I filled in here an actual monthly income of what a person may be making or earning now. You don't make money, we earn it. So we just plugged in $5,000 monthly income. Then what you do is you go down through and you put in some of the actual items that you are spending on each month. And it may be mortgage, phone, electricity, garbage, whatever it might be. And you can see the numbers changing as we go along here. There are sections for insurance and transportation and groceries. There are even a section for pets because we can't forget about taking care of them. Medical, and we go along. There are some entertainment sections here. Let's add a little bit. If you like to go to the, hockey game once a month, whatever it might be. And again, you can see the balance here changing. And what it's doing is it's taking your monthly income and subtracting the actuals that you're spending and giving you the difference. So in this case, it appears that you have a good balance left over after all of your expenses. Now, then what we want to do is say, well, I want a lot of different things. So I'm thinking of a trip, or I'm thinking of giving more to charity. And I'm thinking more about we'll put a trip in there. We can put that in other. And I'm going to start saving for a trip, and I'm going to save $100 a month. Well, it will then let us know if we can afford that on our income that we now are earning. And we can say, well, then it looks like I'm going to have to earn an extra $1,000 a month. So we'll put that in the top here and go from there. So it's going to add for you and subtract along the way. Okay. So here we go. The other way you can use this, if you're, for example, wanting to retire, you can suggest that you're going to have a lower income in retirement. So that'll be real fun to figure out how you can accomplish that. Okay. All right. So again, take some time. It's going to be interesting for you to figure out what you're actually spending. And I think, and many financial advisors will tell us, is you spend what you earn. So that's why being very disciplined in saving for something that you really want is important, because you spend what you earn. All righty. So if you have any questions or want to do or play around a little with this some more, let me know. And I didn't really fill out this balance as it really should be. So that's why we're having some odd figures here. But really what it's going to do is look at your income, look at the expenses that you have, and show you what your difference is. And then you can work to make it. What you want to do is get to a net zero here. You want to have that as a zero. Okay, thanks so much. I want to leave you with the balance and the spreadsheet there. It's on the in the workbook as a link, and it's also in the section down below. So take care with money. Don't worry about money. And again, pray that, Lord, I thank you. I'm so grateful for everything that you've given me, because it all belongs to you. And I appreciate that you let me use it for my needs. And thank you for giving me what I need today. Now, let me ask for what I desire. And remember, he already knows what you desire, but he wants us to ask. So ask, and don't be afraid. Have faith. Until I see you in the next section, God bless.